Hey guys, Rush here. Starting today, I'll be posting up a beginner guide series for Fortnite players who are interested in joining or maybe reshooming some old progress in Fortnite Saved World. Now there are some existing players that practically skip the whole tutorial and aren't really sure what to do next. Now if you're also one of those players, then this is for you. Now you could be a Battle Royale player who's trying to farm V-Bucks, or a genuinely interested Save the World player. Regardless, you are welcome here. This is a safe space, there's no judgments here. I'd like to request the comment section will be used as a source of information between players instead of a debate site for which is the better game mode. The last thing we want here is toxicity. Now moving past that, I will be discussing 8 major points, starting with 2 for this video, which are controls and building. Now if you feel like skipping some parts of the series, I'll be posting up timestamps between the major key points so that you'll have an easier method of navigating through these videos. Now the reason I decided to start with controls and building is because these, for me, are the foundations of playing the game. Now the next clip will be discussing the controls, but before I play that for you, I'd like to give you a heads up that the audio quality might change, as the one you're hearing now is from me editing this video. Okay? Here we go. Alright, so for the controls, I'll keep this part short and sweet, as this is really up to how comfortable you are with a specific scheme. For console players, there's a total of 4 choices, which are Old School, Quick Builder, Combat Pro, and Builder Pro. Now personally, I'm using Combat Pro, but that's only because since day 1 I've been looking for a way to easily navigate through my structures using L1 and R1 until they finally gave it to us. Now I might give Builder Pro a shot soon just to see how it fits. For PC players on the other hand, yeah, I also have a keyboard and mouse attached here. Everyone really has a layout that they prefer. The only tip I can give you is to create the bindings that you're used to or willing to adjust to, moving forward. Now, everyone, as mentioned, has their own specific layout. It just needs a little bit of experimenting to actually figure out or discover which one it is for you. For example, a famous Battle Royale player, which you probably know, which is named Ninja, places his walls and ramps as well as floor bindings into his mouse. Now you could try that and see how it goes for you, but obviously you're going to need a pretty specific mouse for that. Anything that has an onboard memory that you can customize, so that even when you're playing on a console such as a PlayStation or an Xbox, you can still carry over the same bindings. Now thankfully the choices that you make here doesn't have any dire consequences, since you can adjust the controls that you want to use on the fly. It just, again, takes a little bit of experimenting here and there, and as soon as you figure out which one you're comfortable with, stick with that and make sure you practice as much as you can. No, I didn't mean to cut myself off, but this is an important detail. Think of it as important lesson 1.5. Turn off your global chat. It is unbelievable how crazy trading has gotten. Trust me on this, you do not need it, so you're better off turning that feature off. Unless maybe you need help doing quests, but even then there's a boatload of options for you, such as the comments section here, social media, such as Facebook groups, Discord channels. There's tons of options out there, but it's just ironic that the one that's in game is pretty useless right now. Anyway, you can find this option of turning it off within the settings. Just slash it off and forget about it until Epic manages to centralize the process on it so that the whole chat doesn't get flooded anymore. Now moving on to buildings, there are various shapes that you can make here, and the only limit to a full-size building that you create is literally your imagination. Now what you saw at the beginning of this video is my base, and since I have no imagination, I based that build off of another YouTuber by the name of A1 Get This Money. I did that because he actually knows where the spawns will be, and then I found that the layout that he has is pretty fascinating. It's a huge diamond, and I just ended up doing that everywhere. He's a pro in base building, as he doesn't even use guns to defend. I'll be leaving a link to his channel in the description so that you can follow him as well. Now, I'll be showing you the different shapes you can make from each tile that's available at your disposal. Alright, I just need to watch out for it, because in order to discuss this, I had to take it from within the game. So you'll be watching another in-game clip. The audio could be disorienting for some people, so there will be another shift to that. Anyway, I'll be playing it right now. Here you go. And we're back. Now, for the first design that we have here, we got the standard wall. And for the next one, we'll be taking the top part off. Got a half wall here. Not sure what you're going to be using this for, but there would probably be a couple of applications for that. Where you want to jump and shoot, then at least you have that option. We could also throw grenades over it if ever you don't want some husks to strike you or, you know, shoot you from afar. Next one, we got the low wall. So this one serves as a barracks of some sort for you. You can use it as a, again, low barracks to surround yourself with if ever you have some husks surrounding you. And so yeah, this is the third design that we have. For the fourth design, we got this little window in the middle. Might be more effective, but it does give you limited range. Next to this, we got the tall wall. You can still hide behind it, that's not a problem. You could maybe use this as a foundation for some of your structures. It depends really on you how you want to use it. Next to this, we got the makeshift stairs. So you can climb this one if ever you wanted to. You don't really need the stairs for every scenario. Next to that, we got the arch. Yeah. So again, this can be used as a foundation if ever you don't want to use the tall wall. And it does have 390 HP. So that's a pretty good one. Next to this, we got the half arch. Yep, you can connect two of these together to make a big one, but I don't really know what the purpose of that is. Next, we got the one with the door. Now, you can move this door around if you wanted to. Move that to the right, to the left. And you could also make it a design out of it, wherein the top part is gone. Personally, I've never seen anyone use this one, but you never know. Next to this, we got, well, we've already shown this one, I believe. So we'll work with this one then. This next design is actually effective in routing the husks over to where you want them to go. So if you want them to go right, just use this one and they will circle around it. Instead of using one of these walls, because there's a lot of the times they tend to break these ones instead of going around it. At least in my experience. Now, the next design involves this little window. It's much smaller than the one in the middle, if you notice. This one is much bigger. Anyway, going back to that one, you can also double that up. So that if ever you have someone accompanying you, or if ever you just want two windows, and that works too. Lastly, this design involves making a door on one side and a window on the other. You can do it that way if ever you wanted to. So that is all the 16 designs that you can make with a wall. Moving on to the floor though, there's only a couple of designs that we have here, a total of 5 I believe, including the standard one, which is this one. But yeah, it's gonna be this L-shaped one, which again you can move around. It doesn't matter where you want it, but it is pretty effective in boxing someone over or maybe hiding behind it. It's up to you. Let's see, after that one you can go half wall. Lastly, you can go one wall. Let's see, so that was, so far what we have is standard 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last design is you can make a diagonal one like this as a path for the husks. So for example, they wanted to enter from here or from the door. You let the door open, but you don't want them to get to you. Then you can keep it that way. You know. just an additional option if ever you have if ever you wanted to take it. That's it for the floors. Now for the ramps, well, this is the stairs. But yeah, for the stairs, we got 4 variations of this. Standard stairs, which is the one from before. This is the second one, which is half of it. Third one is a curved like. The fourth one would involve a spiral staircase. Alright, now the fourth tile we can use here is the roof. For the roof, there are 5 variations of this, that including the standard one, which is this one. This is the second one. Third one is a stairs replacement that a lot of console players use. The fourth one would be this cone shape, but it might break. Oh no, it didn't. That's good. Alright, so you can use this to hide behind if ever you want to get the higher ground. The last shape that we have here is this one. So you could use this one as a sort of entrance or gate for your base. You could actually combine that with a wall to make it look cooler. Yeah, it's up to you how you want to use this one moving forward. Anyway, that is it for the buildings. That about wraps up the topics that we have for this video. Remember, if your inspiration in watching this video is V-Bucks farming, I can help you out. I will help you get there or get whatever skin you want. But if you want to maximize your farming potential, then you'd want to progress further into the story, as that will actually unlock more maps for you. As an example, we're in Stonewood right now, and next to that is Plankerton, next is Canny Valley, and lastly Twine Peaks. So the more maps that you unlock, the more V-Bucks missions that you get. So earlier today there were about 3 or 4 missions that had V-Bucks on them. I will be giving you a good resource site to where you'll be able to see when they pop up and when they refresh. It's going to be in the description below, named Storm Shield 1. Anyway, if ever you can unlock the next map, which in this example is Canny Valley, then I might get more maps or more missions here that gives me V-Bucks as a reward, and that would be pretty useful because that would mean that I'll have a shorter time of having to farm for them, you know. Now another thing you'd want to do is participate in the events. Right now we got the Blockbuster event going on. As you can see here, we have the Blockbuster Llama. I've managed to max mine out already. I've finished all of the missions that I need. But if we move backwards, you can see that there are some V-Bucks rewards there. And yeah, they're pretty generous on those. So you may as well take advantage of it. Now, if I learned anything from the past events, is that there is always an exclusive hero or weapon that you can get from there. And if by some chance it's one of the good ones, then you'll have an easier method of finishing maps. And again, gain access to more maps sooner than you intended. Now, thank you very much for watching this video, guys. Again, this will be a series. I have more topics to cover in the upcoming videos, so please watch out for those. If you could also do me a favor of liking this video and subscribing, that would be wonderful. Thank you again, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye bye.